How do y'all collect lives? It's weird. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days a Die. It's like an exclamation point. Alright. You know what? I could probably use some sustenance here. Uh, I know I'm still waiting on potatoes. Why do I have so much... Whoops. What do I do with that other murky water? Did I get confused by how much murky water I saw? Alright, I would like to make some coffee. So you do your thing. And then... Oh yeah, I got a treasure map too. Might have to go check on the treasure map. Because I definitely ain't got no potatoes yet. Alright, I guess let's grill up some meat here, so I've got some food. I'm working on it, dude. Calm down. Did you not see me pick up some meat so I could grill it? Get you some food? Go ahead and get him pretty close to full up on drink here. You know what? That's going to take a minute or so. 3 minutes, actually. I don't need the coffee beans. So I guess while I wait here, let me unload some of this crafting stuff I don't need to be carrying around. I'll keep that. I don't need those. That's food. I don't need those at the moment. Scrap. I think those are my springs. I don't want to get rid of all my springs. Parts. Entire engine. I've got a rocket launcher. Alright. Got some blood. I've got some duct tape. Ooh, am I almost out of duct tape? Yeah, I've only got 6 left. I've got some concrete mix. I'm gonna keep this on me. Got some shells. Alright. I think we're good there. Take this with me. I'm gonna cancel that right now, and then start it back over so I can get to the meat. I want to go check out this treasure map here. I also need to finish work on my drawbridge. See if I can't get I know you're hungry. I know. Oh, I was hoping I could pick it back up. Think it's still electrified? Oh, the whole thing just became electrified because I took away... I'm gonna see if I get this drawbridge down. Alright, let's go let's go back and pick up the drawbridge. That zombie slows me right now. Oh, that is not how you get out of here. Okay. Drawbridge. Give me that back. Meat. I'm eating. You're growling while I'm eating. Need to make sure to get some more water too while I'm out. I'm also gonna need the wire tool again. Oh, let's go ahead and shut this down. What are you doing? Wasting fuel. You shut down too. I think everything I've got but my hammer there looks in pretty good condition, so I'd like to try and place this. Oh, I still have not dug out enough space. Wow. I am kind of surprised at how big this thing is. I should have made another electric fence piece too. Although I'm going to change where the electric fence is once I dig this moat out. Which is going to take forever. Oh man, did my coffee already wear out? I hate when you're digging and you run out of stamina in this game. It's slow enough as it is, let alone running out mid-dig. It's ridiculous. So we played our D&D last night, and you know, it actually went all right. There wasn't too much. There wasn't anything super irritating. A couple of eye roll moments, but nothing too ridiculous. Okay. Now I think it's got to go in this way. I'm trying to see here. I think I actually want it here, right? Straight out from my stairs. So I need to dig... I need to dig one more section over here. This way. It's going to take me the whole episode just to dig out all this dang concrete. Yeah, we picked up where we left off, and and so we worked our way through the few rooms in the area we're in, because the dungeon we were in is separated by several okay. Dang it, I pushed the wrong button. Oh, does it not need power? It doesn't need power. I gotta see this. I might just go ahead and seal that back way off that I've got a machine gun at. I knew you couldn't get out there without breaking your leg. That is cool. Nice. Alright, now I gotta get a splint, and then I'll be ready to go check out this treasure map, I guess. Splint, please. Ooh, my last one. And so we're going along, and as I've stated several times, our DM makes comments about how he is upset that he has not managed to kill us yet. And last night was... Oh, you know what? I wanted to fix the electricity here before I go as well. There we go. Get that all lit back up again. And so we okay, where okay, so I gotta go south, southeast. And so we get in this room, and there's a demon in there, and it asks us questions, and it's apparently guarding the path to the next layer below us. Now, the way this dungeon is set up is that there's 4 upper areas, each dedicated to an element, and we're currently in the water element. And then below that is a single temple, and that all 4 of the elements connect to. And so that's the end of the game, is that temple down below. And so we get asked questions by this thing, and it wants to know. I don't remember, but they're questions, and now I know we're in the water temple, but the guy with me says the first question asked was, "Who do you serve?" And he says, "We serve the earth." I'm like, "Dude, we're in the water temple." He's like, "I know." I'm like, "Okay." And so it's like, "Who do you serve?" And he's like, "We serve the earth." And then it says something else, and we didn't know the answer to that either. And whoa, that dude made a really loud growly noise. Either that was unexpectedly loud, or my headset is turned up too high. Well, those 2 things just happened. And so we go to fight it, and he's all happy because this creature, in his mind, is super powerful. Now, trick being, we're level 8, and it's a creature who's designed to fight level 5s. So I don't know what he thought was going to come out of it, but it was pretty funny, because he was sounding pretty happy with himself when we decided to engage it, and then when we do engage it, because he's given my fighter thief, she's a dual class, so I don't know what to call her. My warrior, there we go. My warrior, she rolled high, because she gets to roll twice on initiative, because of the weapon he gave her. Because once again, I just wanted simple +1 upgrades, because that's about the level we were at. And he decided he had to go all crazy with super powerful items, mostly because he doesn't pay attention to how many key points he uses, I don't think. He says he does, but I don't believe him. Because he never has his character sheet open. So where is he marking him down? And he also doesn't remember when I confront him about how many points he has left, how many times he's used key. And because we're level 8, he's only got 8, and then he gave himself a there was an item that dropped he gave himself an item that holds extra key points. And so now I think he has 11 key points, but he uses like 3 and 4 a fight. And we were like 3 fights in, and I'm like, dude, you've only got like 2 key points left. And he's like, no, I've got like 4. I'm like, I don't believe so. You've already gone and, your Stunning Strike takes a key point, your Flurry of Blows takes a key point. You tried 2 Stunning Strikes on that guy, you tried Flurry of Blows. You used like 4 points in that one fight. And you used 4 points against that one guy, actually. And he's like, yeah, and I've got 4 left. I'm like, what about the fight before that? Because this is our 4th fight tonight. We haven't taken a short rest, and you only get them back in a short rest. He's like, I'm keeping track of it. You don't need to worry about my key points. Well, you're a cheater, so I'm gonna pay attention to everything you do. Mr. I've rolled a natural 20 7 times in a row, but you don't get to see it. And that's why my bad guys always hit you through your 21 armor. Anyways, so he starts the fight. I roll twice, and I get higher than his creature. His monk consistently rolls in the high end of things as well, which makes me suspicious of his monk's rolls. In fact, he always rolls really high, it seems, pretty much, and it gets annoying. And because there's 4 characters and then the bad guys, and when one of the characters played by the DM and the bad guys consistently roll high, and the rest of us are rolling averages, occasionally we get a natural 20, but most of the time we're getting like 8s and 12s, Oh, this says I'm too far out. Weird. Where is this thing? Oh, you know what? I'm out of stamina too. Let's get some. And but anyway, so we roll higher than this demon, and it's one of the few times I managed to roll a natural 20. In fact, my other character, my cleric, rolls so few natural 20s that I still can't remember what happens when he rolls a natural 20, because he has some special abilities that kick in on attacks that are done with a natural 20. And oh, it might be. How many points do I have to spend? 15. I hate to say it, but oh, it's 24 points to get that next level. Never mind, I don't hate to say anything. I don't have the points to get to it. I don't have 18 points. I got 15 points for gunsmithing, but I can get some better armor. Problem is that with this treasure being on a hill, it could be down lower than I'm currently digging. The axe is right where I put my shovel in Minecraft. I should switch these. I actually have them this way in like every other game, so I don't know why I've... And, so roll a natural 20, and it's got like 80 hit points, and I did like 58 points of damage in my first attack of the fight. And so then his monk, of course, has got the only game special weapon we're apparently going to get, because he is not allowing us to fight the other bosses. We fought one of the mini bosses, and I don't think we're going to fight the other ones until later in the game. And by that point, I mean, what they've got doesn't matter. What they got I don't want to use anyways because it's evil, but he ignores that part on his character. I discussed it with the... Oh, anyways, I can't concentrate on this story. So we get in there, it asks us questions, we roll initiative, pretty much everybody rolls higher except for my cleric than this demon that he thinks is going to kill us, and in the first 2 attacks it dies. And, oh, he got a little salty. He's like, oh, I hate this. I hate how I always roll low on initiative, and you guys always get to go before everything, and you know, I thought finally I had a creature that was gonna put up a good fight. I had Cloud Kill. I could have used Cloud Kill on you guys, but no, it dies in the first 2 attacks. It doesn't even get to take a turn. I'm like, yeah, calm down. You know, you're supposed to be working with us, not against us. So, so yeah, so his little demon, well, it's not his demon, I mean, it's supposed to be there. So the demon died anyways, and then I pointed out to him, you just said it was a CR5 character, we're level 8, so we're actually 3 levels higher than that guy's prepared to fight. And, dang it, are you out again? This coffee does not last long. And, so, there we go. No, it needs 24 points, right? Dang it, I was excited. Although, what if I have enough points to get another level in Miner 69er? Oh, I don't. Nope, takes mining tools 80, and I'm at 75. And also, it's more points than I have available. Yeah, and so we pretty much were doing pretty good going through there. Anyways, I mean, we're a little bit above the level for the dungeon, but that's the way the game worked out. Some of it's because he kept throwing extra things against us, and he didn't like how easy some of the challenges were. Because the game is designed to start... Ooh. Oh, I thought that was... The game is designed to start level 1, and we were level 5 when we started, so... So we've got all this extra XP above level 5, but the game's supposed to end at, like, up to level 15, and so... I feel like we're not too far off of where we should be at this point. And, but he didn't like how easy of a time we were having with stuff at our appropriate level. And he makes this comment about how we're a high DPS party. High DPS party, yep, that's what he calls us. Other appropriate groups appropriate groups would do less damage than you guys are doing, he says. Oh, hey, look, I found a coal vein. So then we get down into this other room, and this was another one of the eye-rolling moments. Was we get in there, and he brings out the entire other room to attack us, which is fine. That's what the book says to do. Once combat begins in the other room, they're alerted and they come running. That makes perfect sense to me. And so we do that, and then we start fighting him, and my cleric has got a spell that slows people down when they get into it. And I like to use it when there's large groups and we can bottleneck them. That's kind of a fun tactic for me, is get into a spot where they can't get past and force them to go through the spell. It does a little bit of damage, not a lot, just a little bit, and it can do more. It can do like 24 points of damage, which is pretty good. But usually I roll around a 7 or 12 or something for damage. And so get in there, and I cast the spell, and he immediately stops moving the bad guys toward us. Which is a little cheaty on his part, I feel. Like, they're so angry they come charging at us. Why would they stop charging at us from a spell that clearly just slows them down a little bit? I mean, it's beneficial to us because it doesn't affect us and allows us to get into better positioning. But, you know, it's not like it's throwing fireballs at people. And he kind of gimped his own fight because he put the wrong bad guys on the map. And so we were fighting easier bad guys than what were supposed to be there. A little bit. Not a lot, just a smidge. And I cannot figure out where this treasure is at, man. I really want to get that next treasure thing, because every time I come to find one of these, I can't. I just can't. And so yeah, I thought that one made me roll my eyes a little bit, because I mean, he literally started moving characters back so they wouldn't be too close to that spell, and had them start throwing weaker weapons, javelins, at us than coming up and using their long swords, because he didn't want his bad guys to get in range of a slightly damaging spell that slows them down. And I'm like, would they know? Like, sure, once they got affected by it, or if one of the guys had said something, but he stopped in the same round of combat as when I cast the spell. That's why I really like the alternate initiative system I use in my home game, because it breaks up when you do your action and when you move, and it makes combat a little more realistic, because like if you run at somebody and while you're running toward them they run a different place, you know, they've moved from where you thought they were going to be, and so that happens, and so chances are they would have moved before the spell got cast, and so they would have run into range before they could react to the fact that, because everything's supposed to be happening at once. It's not one person goes while they wait for everybody else to go. It's the entire turn takes place at once. And okay, so it's not there. I guess I haven't reached the far wall yet, so And, oh, you know what? I could probably speed this up a little bit. I'm going to use alcohol this time because this coffee seems to be wearing out in like 3 seconds. And, but whatever, you know, we took him out. It wasn't that big a deal. He also forgot one of the bad guys that I was anticipating was a giant octopus. That's not a word. Giant octopus, which I wanted to see how that fight went because I've never fought one of those. And then he didn't even put it in the game. And then the other moment that really got to him, which cracked me up, was clerics. They get this ability called Turn Undead. And so what happens is, if they're of the appropriate level, if the bad guys are of the appropriate level, if they're undead, the cleric can affect them with Turn Undead. And, which makes them run away if they succumb to it. Because there's a dice roll to see if they actually even are affected by it. And, as you go higher in levels, though, it becomes Destroy Undead. So if they fail, and they're of the appropriate level, they are destroyed. They don't run away. They just disappear. And so we get in this room, and it's supposed to have 9 ghouls in it. And so he loads it up with 13 ghouls, because that's what he likes to do, is add more bad guys to the encounters. Complains that we have too much XP, that we're going up levels too fast, but adds extra bad guys constantly because he wants to kill us. And so he thinks that he's going to get us with these ghouls, because ghouls are kind of dangerous. For once, my cleric rolled really high on initiative and went first. Now, 8 of the ghouls were close enough for me to get up to them. And the rest of the ghouls were not. And so I ran into the middle of the 8 ghouls. Oh, I think I found it. There it is. I ran in the middle of the 8 ghouls, and I cast Turn Undead. And those ghouls all failed. Okay, that was definitely worth coming out for. I got another part for a sniper rifle, since I gotta replace the one I've got here. Somewhere I left my bike. There's my twitchy bike. Hey bike, let's go home. Wah, wah. You gotta turn toward home. Oh, he was not happy. The only fight tonight that I even had a chance of really doing any damage to you after you killed that demon so fast, all you do is just walk in and destroy the whole thing at once. Yeah, it's the way the game's played. He's like, I thought I finally had you with all these ghouls, but no. God, I just happened to save that one channel divinity. I'd used one earlier, but I still had one to go. I got a special ability with my channel divinities that let me increase a dice roll by 10. I only needed it once. We either rolled ones or a lot of ones. We had a lot of ones going last night. Or it was high enough to hit, so I wasn't too worried about using it. I don't know what he's going to think now, because we hit level 9 finally, since he wouldn't let us level last week. Oh, that was the last thing. That was the last one. So we killed those guys. He had another little salty fit about how we killed off all the ghouls quickly. And then when we went to when he said we were done for the night, I'm like, no, I got one more thing I want to do. And he's like, oh, you're gonna check out that tunnel you didn't look at? I'm like, well, we looked at it. We saw it was chained up. I assume it leads to one of the other temples, like all the other little side passages that are blocked off. And so he says, well, just say that you guys explored it, and it goes so far, and then it's blocked off by a cave-in, and you assume that it's the other end of the cave-in you saw once before. I'm like, okay, so we didn't do that, but you can go ahead and pretend that our guys did do that if it makes you feel better, but none of us said we wanted to do that, so thanks, I guess. See, look at that. alcohol is still going, but the coffee ran out in like 2 seconds. Coffee is a terrible stimulant now. I'm gonna put some straighter blocks here, I think, on the edge of this. I don't like the little lip I stumble over coming through here. Yeah, so we the last thing though was him in the tunnels, and then he's like, so you guys gonna go down the tunnel and try to remove that whoops, and then you didn't even jump, man. You gotta jump over that. There you go. Let's go get some rebar and some cement. You guys gonna go through, try and open the other door that you saw that leads through the other tunnel that leads into weird. Why do I have all this stuff but I didn't make concrete mix out of it? That's weird to me. I have 80 billion sand now. And so he's trying to make us go deeper is what he wanted, because we needed to level up. He wasn't going to let us level up without a long rest, and we can't take a long rest in a dungeon because it's too dangerous. And I'm like, no, we're going to go back outside. Well, why would you want to go back outside? You could just, I think I need a barrel yet for that to work. You could just, you know, go down to the next level down or something like that. And I'm like, no. And the other guy's like, no, we're going to go outside, take our long rest so we can get our level. I'm like, yeah, that's our plan now. Yeah, there we go, that's better. And so yeah, so he really wanted us to go to the next level. He's blocked off every doorway so far and every stairway down. And so this is the first time he's given us the option to go deeper. Because he didn't even tell us there was a hole where there's a hole in the previous dungeon, and he sealed the doorway so we couldn't get it open. And then he's blocked off all the side passages until this dungeon. So I don't know if he's just forgot what he was doing, or if he is just hoping we will try to take on more than we can handle and kill us. But yeah, so we went up our levels. We're level 9 now. And so we'll have to see next time how that works out. Oh, and then when we came out, he gave us a quest that he said we would have to take when we started next week. Not asking us if we wanted to do anything with it, just said our characters agreed to deliver a package for a lich that we talked to before, and that's where we're going to start next week, with you guys doing a fetch quest for the lich. Alright, complain that we are getting too much XP, and then go ahead and give us new quests. Makes perfect sense to me. Ooh, I think I might be out of power. Did we run out of gas again? I am getting a lot of stuff built up here, but... Alright, with that, and I am out of gas, with that, I am going to call it. So click like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one. And I will talk to you later.